Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2018 Lexus GX 460. This being a 2018 Lexus GX 460 means it gets the 4.6 liter V8 6-speed automatic transmission, 301 horse, and just about 330 foot-pounds of torque. So if you want a comfortable 3-row SUV built on a truck chassis that can do some off-roading, can do some towing, that has Toyota reliability, and is a pretty nice place to sit, these are kind of the only game in town without stepping up to the big boy Lexus LX full-size SUV. These are built on the same platforms that the 4Runner is built on. The Land Cruiser Prado is the same exact vehicle in international markets, and the Toyota FJ Cruiser. This is the last Lexus SUV, or the last generation of Lexus SUVs that had the V8s in them. Everything now is hybrid or turbo 4-cylinder and 6 cylinders, so still got plenty of grunt. And this is a true Tucsonian car. It was bought new in Lexus of Tucson. In fact, if you look right there, you'll see the original Lexus plate cover and plate surround that were underneath the previous owner's license plate when they traded it into a Mercedes-Benz dealership here in town that didn't feel like selling a used Lexus. Down here you've got the 6,500 pound tow rating Class 3 hitch. Spinning all the way around. I mean, you can see it's got the silver exterior, it's got the chocolate leather and mahogany wood interior. It is an incredibly well-kept and well-sorted vehicle. It's on 4 brand new Kenda Clever tires. Just had them put on, mounted, balanced, brand new date codes on them. And there is so much more technically with tech features inside, talking about the chassis and the drivetrain to go on this car. Let's just get into it. We'll go under the hood, go in the back, go inside, and take it for a drive. So hang tight, let's get into it. All right, starting up front in the horsepower barn here. Under the hood, we've got a very, very nice and very Lexus presentation of an engine bay. Everything is covered, everything is snapped together, everything is very pretty. But if you're a bit of an engine nerd like me, you want to see what's under this cover, so I will happily indulge you all. This here is that legendary 4.6 liter dual overhead cam 1UZ-FE engine. This is one of the engines that have made Lexus such notoriously reliable vehicles. Started out in the very first Lexus, the LS400, as a 4-liter, and it has been continually sized up and improved over the years. No squeaks, no leaks, no rattles, no undue noises. Everything is exactly as you would expect it to be from a luxury SUV, especially a Lexus. And for 300 horsepower, 330 foot-pounds of torque, when you stand on it, it motivates this 5,000-pound SUV very, very well, as you will see later. Before I even open the back hatch here, there's that 6,500-pound tow rating Class 3 hitch I was telling you all about. And this is set up to tow some genuinely heavy-duty stuff, because there is your 7-pin round connector and the 4-pin flat connector for little trailers. Big old tailgate on this thing, dual action. Little button here releases the glass, so the glass can come up. Pop your groceries in there if you don't need to move anything big. But if you need something big, glass goes down, the door releases here, and these are lock and unlock buttons, so you can lock the vehicle right from the back. Swing her all the way open. And running back here, I'll start on the door. Down below, if you're tailgating or want the back open, it's the party lock. Unlock lets you close it. Lock locks the door open, so it can't blow shut. Pull this, headrest drop, flip this handle here, up, boom. You just let gravity do the work. Pull that same tab, hand under, up it goes. Get your hands under here, seat bottom slide out, and then Boom. Flip the headset up. All right, big dude POV, third row. At 6'1" and 260 pounds, I could actually spend a couple of miles back here. But if you need to escape from the third row as a passenger back here, you can either pull this handle here or the one on top, and the seats slide forward, go out. You've got an additional step here and a hand grab right there. Now, if you're not hauling third row passengers, these second row seats have a ton of maneuverability and settings in them. From slamming all the way forward, if you have big cargo, first notch, to all the way back. If you want leg room, they even pull and recline 2 more notches. You can really make a home back here. All of them are adjustable with all the expected Lexus amenities. Cup holders, flip up if you need to fit a third person in the middle seat, making this a 7-passenger vehicle. And down here in the center, rear seat passengers even get to control all of their own temperature settings, and you have heated seats for the 2 outboard middle row seats. Vents all the way back to keep everybody and your cargo nice and cool. Taking you all into the passenger side real quick. Full power seats, forward, back, tilt, up, down, and lumbar. It's adjustable in darn near every way. Down here, heated and cooled seats. I've got it dialed to 2 notches of warmth because, it's about 45 outside, which is chilly for a desert dweller. Phone controls. This here goes to your center screen, showing your cruising range. You've got parking sensors, your blind spot monitors, and the option to start in second gear if you're off-roading, which is pretty cool. It helps you have a bit more traction, a bit less wheel spin. Odometer reset here. You got your dimmer here to turn your interior lights higher or lower for the gauges. Down here, headlight washer, which is pretty cool. So in case you get a little muddy, get a little rough and tumble, spray your headlights and see clearly again. Traction control off. Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and power fold. So if you're parking a tight parking spot, go through a car wash, or you're going down a trail that's a little bit too skinny, fold them things in for a little extra protection. Radio controls here. Mode controls everything on that infotainment screen you got, and I'll just pan right to that. AM, FM, satellite disc, USB, iPod, Bluetooth. You can read them. You can even tie into auxiliary or AV plugged into the back for playing video through it. Climate controls, auto, front, rear. They have their own controls in the back, as you saw before. You can split, so driver and passenger have different temperatures. And if you go through here, AC's on, 3-zone, which means you can run driver, passenger, and back seats. And this is an additional particle filter for when it is on recirc. It's a HEPA filter. Lex has been doing these things for years. It's a kind of neat feature, especially if you're somewhere particularly dusty, as we are down here in the desert. Down below, auto tells it just to plug in a temperature and run, so up and down on your temps. Off, front defrost, rear and mirror defrost, if you want the rear passengers to control their own climate, or if you don't. And then automatic for exterior air, recirculated air, or if you go on the settings up there, that additional level of filtration. Moving down, I already showed you the heated and cooled seat controls, and you got it for driver and passenger. Back seat has them too, which is pretty cool. Move the shifter out of the way, and you've got dual USB in, you've got your auxiliary line in, and your standard fare cigarette lighter charge port there. 6-speed automatic transmission with, if you knock it down to drive and knock it over, sport, which also doubles as a towing mode, DAC. Put it on and it'll help hold between 3 and 5 miles an hour while crawling down a particularly steep slope. And this has full-time 4-wheel drive, so high is up, knock it down, it'll beep at you, and it'll engage for low. More pedestrian features here. You got your dual cup holders, and then big center console with a removable tray up on top. Can even fit our whole dealer plate in there. It's illuminated too, which is pretty neat trick. And then to further make comfortable yourself and your passengers, these armrests slide forward and backwards individually. And then up top, click that back into place. You've got your big sunroof. And it does all the usual sunroof things. Opens, closes, tilts, and vents. Automatic adjusting mirror with pre-programs for a garage door or a gate. So you got 3 programs there. On and off for the auto dim. And then just the mirrors up here. Vanity light kicks on. And you've got an extender to help block, sun from wherever it may be coming from. All right, all the windows are down. I'm going to show you a quick low speed of getting out of this parking garage that I've decided to shoot this at. Nice vehicle, deserves a nice place. But I will leave the windows open and let you hear as this thing leaves, because every sound's going to be amplified coming through this structure. So if there are any squeaks, rattles, or clunks, you will notice them particularly well leaving out of here. And because there's basically nobody around on most of these levels, shouldn't have too much of an issue. But like I said, no brake noise, no rattles, no squeaks. Let's go ahead and cut this till we get out on the open road. I'll shut up while we hit about 60 here on a frontage road. Super quiet, very cushy. It's funny, you can still feel that there is a body-on-frame SUV underneath this. One of the most capable off-road truck chassis they make, but it is just done up in such a good way because it's a Lexus that it almost makes you forget, what this thing can really do if it needs to. Into sport mode, wait for them to pass, and I'm going to show you all a 0 to 40 to 0, showing just how good this V8 moves this thing and how quickly the brakes reel it in. Ready? "40, full ABS. Boom. Right down to a stop. This thing rocks. And, speed bump of no concern at all to this GX. Well, as usual lately, I've spent too much time and had too much fun shooting this vehicle, so I'm running low on light for my wrap-up. I'll make it quick, though. We are Tucson Future Classics. If you want the full listing on this GX 460, please see us at TucsonFutureClassics.com. That full listing will have a suite of photos, a written description, and access to the full Carfax vehicle history report. We here at Tucson Future Classics are an appointment-only dealership, so when you're ready to come down and see us, please send us an email to info@TucsonFutureClassics, give us a call or shoot us a text message to the number listed on our website, and we're on Facebook and Instagram at Tucson Future Classics for both. So you can hit us up on Messenger or slide into our DMs. However you want to get in touch with us, we'll be here ready to show this thing off to you. Hopefully I've been able to tell you everything you could ever want or need to know to make an informed decision on this vehicle and make you want to come down and check it out in person. As always, I've been Dylan. We'll see you soon.